Hi everyone, how are we all? Yep, it's Brittany here. You know who I am. All right, let's jump straight in. This is probably going to be my last video for the year. Probably. You're all there going, yeah, whatever. We know you. Um, it's still Christmas here in our apartment. However, it is Christmas. No, sorry, try again. New Year's Eve. So it's the 30th of December. So I want to do a video to sort of wrap up the year and reflect a little bit on the year that was for me and I guess some of the big milestones and things that kind of stand out to me. So first of all, the overwhelming support that I continue to get on my content, it's just lovely. And I can honestly say I don't think I would have made it through this year as well as I did without your support. Sure, I would have made it through. I know that because I'm a tough, resilient person. If you have a look at the post I put up yesterday of the before and after, that horrible, mean, bearded, bikey looking person, as someone commented, versus who I am now. People always used to think I was a bit of a brawler. They always used to just get out of my way. That actually segues nicely into one of the big changes that I have experienced since becoming my authentic self is that I would walk in a straight line as my old self and people would just part and move out of my way. No one would cross me. And it wasn't even the point where I hate referring to myself as this, but other men would challenge me or anything. People would just get out of my way. I never had any issues around feeling safe in places, regardless of where it was or what time of day, etc. So being a woman, that changes a lot. Your male privilege definitely changes or disappears. You no longer have that privilege, and feeling safe in places is definitely a consideration. And I was very naive at first, and there were some circumstances I found myself in where I thought to myself, I shouldn't be here alone. I still ride my mountain bike for hours at a time in the bush or in the forest alone, and sometimes I think about that. But anyway, so it's been one whole year, my first whole year of living authentically as me, as being the person that I am, that I've always been. It took me a very long time to get here, but I'm here. So yeah, I've been over 12 months on hormones. I started the 18th of October last year, but this is the first full calendar year that I've been able to experience me as me, and it's been wonderful. There's been some challenges and some hurdles and some really tough times, and they still exist now. I'm not going to deny that. It's not all rainbows and lollipops, but there is a lot of rainbows and lollipops. It is quite magnificent, to be honest with you, and I still know how extremely lucky I am and fortunate and privileged I am to have experienced this the way that I have, and to have the ongoing love and support of my family, my wife, my children, my work. It's just, I'm blessed. I'm just so lucky, and I don't mean to say that as a brag. I mean to say that as I sincerely am grateful for this opportunity that I've been given. Maybe I don't know about given, maybe opportunity I've taken for myself. And I guess that's another thing. I am really proud of myself. And there's a lot of self-worth and a lot of self-love that comes with that. It was really hard in the past to say I was proud of myself because, you know, I was proud of my career. I was proud of my relationship with my wife. I was proud of the financial stability that I created for myself. I was proud of my children and my extended family, and I had a lot to be thankful for and a lot to be proud of. But all that time, and if you look at that side-by-side photo, you can see it on my old face, I really struggled with loving myself. And I'm so thankful and so happy that I can look in this camera right here and say that I love myself now. And not in a corny, cheesy way, but in like a self-respect, I'm worth it, you know, look after yourself kind of way. So there I am. speaking of that, wow, hasn't my relationship with eating and food and what my perception of a healthy weight range should be. I am actually at a very healthy weight range now. My BMI is at 25 exactly, so I'm exactly where I should be for my height and weight. First time in my life I've ever been here. I might have been here when I was like 12 or 13. But I just the other night I was reflecting back through my feed here on Reddit, and I might post this on YouTube too, so YouTube and Reddit. I'm looking back at my previous videos and still photos, and I thought to myself, my God, I was underweight. I was really thin. And at the time, I really enjoyed it. I'm not going to lie. I really, after so many years of being so overweight, I really was enjoying being thin, and it was not healthy and it was not sustainable. And thankfully for me, that all changed. So it brings me to where I am now. So I've probably put on about 10 or so kilos since my stomach surgery, which is coming up to 2 years. In March next year, it'll be 2 years. But I'm actually really happy and comfortable with where my weight is. And sure, my body has changed so much. I mean, I look at those old photos of me and I struggle to recognize that person, let alone the pre-transition person. So I'm really happy with where I am now. And let's just hope that continues and those positive changes keep going. Now I'm still exercising, I'm still trying to eat right. But the other thing too is that if all goes to plan, in 12 short days, I'll be having my FFS surgery, facial feminization surgery. You don't have to say FFS surgery. It's like saying, anyway, shut up, Rick. So yeah, that's something that I really need to start getting my head around. So yeah, my relationship, if you think over the last 12 months towards plastic surgeries and gender affirming surgeries has really changed a lot. Because at the start I was like, nah, don't need that. That's not what I'm in this for. And then as I started to transition and I started to change and I started to see what was potential, what was the potential, it's like, yeah, I've got to keep going with this. So there's that. Confidence wise, you could probably just tell by how I hold myself that I've had my fair share of not so nice interactions in public, but they seem to be far and few between now. And you know, they're just ignorant people who just don't have a filter. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people still look at me and think, oh, that's a trans person. And you're right, I am a trans person, and I'm actually quite comfortable with that. You know, it's just the way it is. That's how my cards were dealt. But thankfully for me, I found the courage to do something about that. Anyway, what else? Just my whole how I feel about who I am. So in the early stages of transition, it was almost like I was convincing myself of who I was. And there was a lot of back and forward. If you're anywhere near my journey, there was a lot of back and forward. Believe it or not, still a lot of questioning around, not is this the right thing or is this really me? But it's that whole imposter syndrome and, you know, just thinking, who am I kidding? But it's just, that's the dysphoria it still sits there today. And I'm hoping when I have my facial surgery, a lot of that will go again, and I'll get to the next level, then the next level, then the next level. So 2022 was my year of realization, my year of self-love, my year of really getting to know me and getting comfortable in my new skin. And, you know, with the effects of hormones, it almost is like new skin. Like, again, I cut myself the other day on a cupboard door. Ridiculous. My skin is so soft and fragile. Anyway, that's one of the perks of being a woman, right? So looking forward into 2023, my hope is that it just keeps going. It's pretty simple. I just hope that I continue to get the love and support from my family, from you guys. And I just hope for basically just this to keep going. And, you know, I think I said in one of my previous videos, if it stopped here and this was it, I'd be happy. Anything else on top of here now is just kind of cream. Or, you know, bonus. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So, all right, that's me. That's my 2022 wrap up. Once again, thank you everybody so much for your kind support and kind words. Oh, there was one other thing that I was going to say, and I take my glasses off. One of the big milestones of this last year was my hair, right? So I was wearing that wig for the best part of the first half of the year, and so now, like, how cool is it to actually have your own hair? And in the last couple of weeks, I've been able to tie it up. I can actually do a ponytail now. So lifelong goal, check. I did have a ponytail when I was about 21, but it was woeful. It was so bad. All right, this is me maybe signing off for the year. I'm working tomorrow night. I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not. So who knows? I might put up some stills, but this was probably going to be my last video upload for the year. Thanks, everyone. Have a happy new year, and I'll see you all in 2023. Bye.